Right, this is the 2024 BMW S1000XR standard one. It's a nice color with Brembo brakes, Brembo front, and the BMW one at the back. So it's a combination of Brembo plus BMW's own brake calipers. That's my GS Adventure. That's a 2020 to the GS, and so I asked the guys to put the low seat height. This is the standard chassis, so it's not lowered. The engine, it's got the S1000XR engine, retuned for more mid-range. Not bad. It looks nice, this color. Weather's good as well. Let's see what's it like to ride compared to my GS Adventure. And it sounds better. The ergonomics are pretty good. The bars are a little bit narrower than the my 1250 GS Adventure. It's comfy as the same as my GS, very comfy. I noticed compared to the previous models is that vibration on the right hand side of the handlebar, that's almost gone. It was a minor slight vibrations. That's nothing. I think you get that with any bike. That's a very good thing that BMW done something with the vibration. I think the 2020 model, 2021 or 22 model, that also didn't have less vibration compared to the model before, the very first model they released. That was the worst one for me. Some people didn't bother them, so but for me it was it gets up to speed pretty quickly, no dramas. Let's change the riding mode to see, put it on road mode. A little bit more smoother, the road mode, the throttle. And also the minor vibration I felt, that's almost disappeared. And also depends on how you hold the handlebars. If you're supposed to hold it very gently, you shouldn't hold it tight. If you hold it tight, then you feel everything. So that's the important thing. Nice color, light blue. So this one doesn't have the new features which the BMW 1300 GS has, like the adaptive cruise control, ride height adjustment, blind spot monitoring. Those things this one doesn't have. This is exactly like my 2020 1250 GS Adventure when it comes to these added new features. Smooth engine. So those are the things. First thing I can notice straight away, the screen is similar to GS but smaller. The shape, GS Adventure, like my 1250 GS Adventure, but it's smaller, obviously. So one hand adjustment, so you can put it up or put it down. It doesn't have the electric screens like the new 1300 GS. I think that 1300 GS, I think that's got loads of new features. Yeah, it's incredible. But when it comes to suspension, this is exactly like that as well. If you put it in road mode, it's very really good. It's glide over everything. You don't feel all the potholes or anything like that, you know. Yeah, it's just very nice. Ask the guys to give me this bike with a low seat, because I know with a standard seat it's a bit too high for me. I mean, I can manage it, it's not a problem. It's just taking the side stand off it's a bit difficult, because I remember last time the previous model, it leaned a little bit lean more than my GS Adventure. My GS Adventure, I don't have any problems with this taking off this the side stand or anything like that, because it's all the weight is lower down. They're not top heavy, whereas this, all the 4 cylinders standing up, so you have a bit top heavy. But it's all right. I don't see much. It's all right. It's manageable. But once you start riding, it's so light. You know, it's so flickable. I mean, in 6th gear, you can just put it in 6. Look, 30 mile an hour, 31, 30 mile an hour, 6. Right. So 40 mile easy. It's just so much power in this bike. Yeah. With the GS, you can't, because the Boxer, big ball Boxer, you can 30 mile an hour. You can do it in 5th gear slightly, but 4th is okay. But this one with the inline 4, easy. You know. So if I want to say 60 mile an hour, no problem. It'll just like that, 60 in 6th gear. Right, now it's no one behind me. Let's get up to 60 mile an hour and test the brakes. 60 mile an hour. Let's see if I slam the brake. Oh my god. Whew. Yes, it is very, very powerful. Let's try again. Yep. It's another thing I noticed when you start the engine. You know, the very first version of the XR, I think the 2015-16 model. When you start the engine, the engine is very angry, and I liked it. You know, it's very it sounds really nice. You know, I like it. You know, it's not too quiet. Then the second generation one, I think it's a 2020-2021 model, and I think it was a bit quieter. So I didn't like that much, because it took that character of the XR, you know. But this year, the 24 model, the engine is, I think it's a little bit more angrier than the previous model. So I think for me, I prefer, you know, when you start the engine, you should, you know it's a powerful engine, you know. Not like it doesn't sound like not too quiet, you know. It's a typical BMW layout. You have the same as the GS, you know, all the controls here. You have this wheel to control all these stuff. Yeah, same here. Stop start modes. Yeah, it's the same old thing. I think you could get additional spotlights like the GS Adventure for this. Also engine protection, engine bar. I think it's called crash bar. You know, protections. Yeah, those are the things you can get. Usually, what I heard, the inline 4 valve clearance service is expensive. I mean, like any other bikes, nothing. But only the cheapest one for valve clearance is the GS Adventure GS, because it's Boxer and the heads are like sticking out, easy to, less man hours to do the work. So you don't have to take everything apart. But whereas this, I think yeah, it's a bit expensive. So you best to. So if if you're worried about that, just take the you can buy the prepaid service from BMW. So this bike comes with Bridgestone Battlax T32P, and so far so alright actually. I mean, I don't know, I think Battlax is okay, but if I'm buying this, and my favorite ones are the Michelin Pilot Road 6 or Metzeler Road Tech 01. I think Metzeler Road Tech 01 is, yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously Road 6 is currently is doing very well. I mean, I've done track days on Road 6 using Road 6, Road 5 and the Metzeler Road Tech 01 on my GS adventure in Thruxton with IAM, and yeah, they're it's very good, very good. Talking about track days, I've seen videos of XR chasing sports bikes, overtake. Yeah, doing very well on track, so you'll have a lot of fun with this bike. Yeah, it's good to hear the engine noise is back to how it was back in 2015. It's a bit angrier, I think, which is good. Be nice if I hope BMW would add this automatic ride height adjustment to this bike. I think that the top of the range M Sport, I think it comes with the S1000XR engine as it is, without retuned for mid-range, so you get the full 200 horsepower I think with that, and yeah, I think that's a bit, I think that's I definitely can have a lot of fun on track. 6th gear. It's well balanced bike. I mean, you can go really slow on this bike. It's well balanced. I mean, all the XR, even from the very first generation. I mean, you can get the lower chassis version with a lower chassis with a standard seat, or standard suspension with low seat. Oh, you can even get the one lower chassis, lower seat. So yeah, it's that's the good thing about BMW. They cater for everyone, all size and shapes. Unlike other manufacturers, that they don't care about. They only care about one group of people. So yeah. Anyway. I think they are lazy, that's why they can't cater for everyone. But I think, yeah, even with this lower chassis, it handles alright actually, even the lower suspension. I mean, I did my GS adventure as a lower chassis, and I did track days at Thruxton, and yeah, I did pretty well. So no complaints there. But I think the standard suspension is the one they tuned for better handling, I think. If I maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, for me, I didn't see much difference I mean, yeah, lower chest, yeah, I was alright with it. With the GS, and if you're sort of person do a lot of miles, then I think you'll save money on servicing with the GS, because it's only 2 cylinders and easy to get to. Very cheap, especially with Barnstormers, very reasonably priced services. But with the XR, you may the initial price is lower than the GS, but when it comes to big service, I think you pay the big. You pay. I mean, when I say big service, I meant the valve clearance. You know, you pay more because you have to take all of that to access all that body, tank, and everything. I think to access the head. So yeah, let's see what's this. What the screen is like at lower position on dual carriageway. You know, this initial acceleration, I think on the 1300 GS, because of the amount of torque it has, it's a lot quicker. Right, let's put it on higher position. I mean, it's a bit noisy at buffeting. Let's see. This is the highest position. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I'm on 6th gear. Obviously this doesn't have adaptive cruise control. But it has the standard cruise control like my 1250 GS Adventure. Yeah. There's no point listening to what others think of this bike. It's best to come and you to come and do the test ride and decide for yourself, you know. Yeah. So yeah. So I would strongly recommend it. Take your time. If you come in on a weekday, you can have the bike for a little bit longer. And also it's going to be a lot less busier. Yeah, I think, yeah, I would recommend that, especially on a Monday. It's even quieter. Right, that's all. It's a good bike. If you like, this is a really good bike to do everything, including track days and touring, the whole lot. So yeah. Well, there's a good coffee machine here as well, and also they have a cafe here if you want to have something to eat in between. And yeah, just I think if you're sort of person who does track days as well, then you'll love this bike, to be honest. It's amazing. I think the M Sport is going to be even wild. That's the color scheme, the M Sport color scheme over there, with the M Sport seats, exhaust, acropoic exhaust, and everything, you know. So yeah, this is the one of the color schemes. And also you have a darker M Sport as well. Right, that's it. I'll see you in the next videos. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to type in. See you later. Bye.